It's Mac and Perry in the place. Da-na-na-na. Mac and Perry.
Go live to create.
Da-na-na-na. Mac and Perry invite you to stay.
Hello and welcome to Tell a Story Hive on location here in Medicine Hat. We are at Note Comfort Food and Drink. I'm Daniel.
I'm Michael, and this is...
And I'm Greg.
Yes, thank you so much for meeting with us, Greg.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and I'm super excited to dive into some icebreakers with you and our interview and our showcase. But first things first, can you just tell us a little bit about your artistic practice and what it is you do?
Well, I try to write songs and I try to go places and sing them. It's been doing that probably the last 10 or 15 years. I was a musician a long time before that. Didn't think I had anything to say, but turns out at some point I wanted to start writing songs.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, and we'll dive into all of that in much more detail. But we're going to play some icebreakers and just get comfortable. Our first thing is always trivia. How are you with trivia typically?
Depends on the subject.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What about Medicine Hat trivia?
I might be stronger in that category.
Yeah.
I'm a lifetime medicine hatter, so
Love it.
we'll give it a whirl.
We'll give it a whirl. So our first piece of trivia for you, Greg, is Medicine Hat is located along which river? A, Milk River, B, the South Saskatchewan River, C, the Old Man River, or D, the Bow River?
I'm going to go with B, South Saskatchewan.
You got it. An easy one. Knocked it out of the park. Nice. And I believe Michael and I have prepared trivia. So I'll pass it over to you. And you can read the first one right there, my piece of trivia
I'll start
for
with
Michael. And we'll put Michael on the spot.
Okay.
He does not
Michael.
know what I have prepared for him here. So
You're on the hot seat,
yeah,
Michael.
take it away.
Daniel has had his current guitar for how many years?
A.
Oh, I got to keep going. These are your choices. A, 1 year. B, 2 years. C, 3 years. Or D, 4+ years.
Oh, I think I'd have to say, I'm going to go with 3 years.
You're close, but no cigar. 4+.
Yeah, it was D. It was D.
That's
yeah.
admirable. You're hanging with it.
Yeah, I am, yeah. It's probably too small for me now, technically, but it's like sentimental, and I just enjoy it. Yeah.
It's neat to know there's other guitar guys in the room. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. We'll move swiftly along to my next piece of trivia for you. In 1883, what reached the area that would become Medicine Hat, causing a town site first to be developed? A, the Northwest Mounted Police. B, the Canadian Pacific Railway. C, a battle between the Blackfoot and Cree First Nations. Or D, a traveling hat business.
I think B, Canadian Pacific Railway.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Right on.
1883.
Yeah. Nice. Awesome. And, there's train tracks right out there. So, yeah.
Yeah, we can hear them going by.
Yeah, hopefully not while we're filming, but if it happens, it happens.
If you hear a rumble, that's what it is.
Exactly, yeah. Awesome, and I'll throw it back to you for our last piece of trivia that Michael has prepared for me. I do not have a good streak with these, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, maybe you can, we'll start a streak today.
Yes.
Michael first saw me perform at which event? August 2024 at the Downtown Block Party. B, October 2024 at Cowboy Poetry at the Medicine Hat College. C, this March at the Western Sound Benefit Concert at the Empress Theater, Fort Macleod. Or D, August of this year at Porch Fest.
Oh, goodness gracious me. I might just have to take a shot in the dark here. I'm gonna go with C.
C, you're close. It was actually B at the Cowboy Poetry.
Cowboy Poetry, of course.
Yeah.
Awesome. And how long have you been doing that?
I did that for a couple years.
Yeah.
Cowboy Poetry. That's a great thing going on in the Hat. I wasn't able to go this last fall, but yeah, it's a great organization. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll move swiftly along. I'm just going to hand off my papers here to Michael to grab the Jenga questions when he has a chance. But in the meantime, we are going to do this or that. So very simple questions, just to get an idea of your preferences in life.
Okay.
So I will let you do the honors. Pick one at random, give it a read, and we'll just see what our preferences are.
Okay, the no-look pick. Hopefully I just have one. Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Plan ahead or be spontaneous.
Ooh, what's your preference?
You know, I'm never much for planning, so it's unplanned spontaneity. Probably.
Unplanned
Yeah.
spontaneity. Nice.
That's my thing.
Yeah. Do you think that's like a classic thing between musicians or
It might be.
artists? Yeah.
A lot of the musicians I've hung with tend to be a little bit more seat of the pants, and yeah, I'm in that camp.
Nice, nice. I think I might be. It's odd because I think I am. I prefer to plan ahead, but like sometimes it's plan ahead to create chaos. You know what I mean? Especially in the world of theater, it's like you have very limited resources, and so it's like you kind of need to make like if you get time in the rehearsal hall, you have to really make the most of it. So you kind of need to plan, and then yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing in theater, there could always be more. You have to be on your toes in theater, no doubt.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm probably the plan ahead group, but that's all good. Let's see what else we've got here. Let's see. Wine or beer? Do you have a strong preference? Or do you drink
me?
or not drink?
Lately, I've gotten into not that I'm a lightweight,
Yeah.
confirmed lightweight, but I like whiskey. I like a good old fashioned.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, just steering right. You know, wine is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, beer is great. Whiskey is really good.
Yeah, right on, yeah. I think for myself, yeah, I guess wine.
Yeah.
Probably because my mom always loves wine, and yeah, it's just a thing. It's nice with dinner. And
It's good for the blood.
it's good for the blood, so
Yeah.
why not? Yeah.
Why not?
Do you have a preference, Michael?
Yeah, I would say probably wine as well. Yeah, just nice, some red wine after dinner or something with dinner. It's always lovely. Feels good. So that'll be my choice too. So we're having wine after this.
Yes, I guess so.
There's lots of good Canadian. There's lots of good wines in the area
Oh yeah.
now too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm gonna pass this back to you and see what else we get.
Hopefully just one. There we go.
You got it.
At my age, this is an appropriate question.
Oh.
Berry or cremate?
Oh. We're going
And,
there.
my answer would be probably cremate.
Yeah.
You know, there's only so much real estate in the world, right? Yeah. So just send me out there.
Yeah.
Keep anything that's still functional and pass it on, and the rest can go back to the earth.
Yeah, I think between the two, I would probably follow suit there and do cremate. I'm curious what your preference would be, Michael.
Yeah, I think I would probably, I guess between the two, I would say cremate, I guess, because it'd be a smaller box. But I want to be like a tree, or I've also donated my body to science, so, but those aren't the options.
Nice.
That's a little bit of a darker question, but we got to plan ahead, right?
You got to plan ahead. Yeah. There's no point in ignoring it, I guess. Our next one is camp or glamp.
This sounds. I don't want to be a princess, but probably at this stage, glamp.
Yeah?
I like a good hotel room.
That's super fair. Yeah. Did you do lots of camping in your younger days?
It's funny, not a lot of camping growing up. Mom and Dad used to take my brother and I to a lot of rodeos, but they got a conversion van for that.
Okay.
So if there was a sleepover, we would camp in there.
Yeah.
But not a lot of campground camping in my lifetime. More just camping associated with your destination, and you had to stay there, kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah. It
Interesting.
was great. Good memories of the conversion van.
Nice. Yeah. And do you get to go glamping at all now?
Well, my wife Donna would probably like if we did more of it.
Yeah.
We're planning to do more of it, but yeah, we need to break away a little more often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you just got to try that spontaneity.
Right.
Just go one weekend.
Just go.
Yeah.
We sort of did that last weekend.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. We ended up in Lethbridge.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
Yes, right.
Nice. What's your preference, Michael?
Yeah, definitely. I like to camp, like to go hiking in the backcountry and get out into nature. If the opportunity to glamp came up, sure I would go, but I definitely like to rough it.
That's admirable. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't go enough to say. Part of me is like I would like to say camp, but I might be in the boat of glamp. I don't know. I don't go enough to know. So.
Yeah. A lot of people. Yeah, camping is a pursuit for a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
And you load up the tent trailer or the motorhome or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. We'll move swiftly along to our tumbling towers. Just to review the rules, there aren't many, so don't worry. But so you can't pick from the top 3 rows.
Okay.
And then once you get a block, you'll just put it on top, and then each block corresponds to a question, and we'll just see what we get and what we find out.
Well,
I'll let you do the
Should I
honors.
go first?
Yeah, you do it.
I've been eyeing up 45.
Nice. And if you need to switch, you totally can.
Oh man, that's a load-bearing block right there. I will switch.
Yeah.
And that is 30.
30. Our question is, what country do you want to travel to next?
Good question. Some reason, if it didn't involve the long flight getting there, I would say Australia.
Oh, interesting.
It's a long flight.
Yeah.
You could just put me in a carrier. Yeah.
Take a nap.
Right. A
And then
long
wake up
nap.
then.
Yeah.
Nice. And have you been there before, or
No.
never been there?
Never been there.
Yeah.
No. But it's it seems like a great country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe
Lots of music as well.
Lots of great music and lots of open country too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think for myself, I think my folks are hoping to get back to the UK early next year. So for the sake of seeing family again, I would probably just say the UK.
For sure.
Otherwise, I'm always super interested in Scandinavian countries.
Oh yeah.
Anywhere with beautiful scenery, and I feel grateful that we have lots of beautiful scenery here as well.
We do.
But yeah, that's where I sit on that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, to get back home would be great though for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what else we get. There we go. We got one.
Good
Number
pick.
27. Our question is, what's a book you couldn't put down? Or just a favorite book of some sort?
Book I couldn't put down. I've got a lot of books beside my bed right now of biographies
Okay.
and a lot of music personalities: Bob Dylan, Joni Mitchell, Robbie Robertson. But they're all about a quarter read. I'm short attention span. I can read for a while and I go to sleep type of thing. But they're all there and they're all in the process of being read.
Love
So
it.
can't put any of them down.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you typically gravitate towards, like biographies and
I like-
nonfiction?
Yeah, I like nonfiction. Don't read a lot of fiction. Biographies and history, I like. Yeah.
And do you feel like that? I'm kind of getting into the interview here, but does that inform like your music at all, or just to learn about these musicians?
I think so. Yeah. It's inspiring to read about creative people. Yeah. And history too. I write about a bit of history, so yeah. I guess it does inform it.
Nice. I'm sure we'll talk more about that in
Sure.
our interview here. I might throw it to Michael if he has capacity. Is there a book that you couldn't put down?
Well, right now I'm reading a book on creativity. I'm also nonfiction. So it's by Philippe Petit, and he was the fellow who did the wire walk across the World Trade Center towers many years ago. So yeah, on how to his creativity is called Creativity: The Perfect Crime. So I like it.
Death-defying creativity.
I think for myself, it would have to be The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, which is fiction. Typically, I draw also towards nonfiction, but I think I read that in high school, and I could not put it down. I have like, for sure, 2 copies of it. I was just really taken by it at the time, and it's kind of just stuck with me.
That's one I might have to check out.
Yeah.
I feel chronically underread.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I read in such small bites.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also read slowly, but I feel like I really take in what I do read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give yourself time to absorb it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. We might have time for one or two more here, so I'll throw it back to you.
I'm going to. 24 might be a bet.
Might be. Oh, yeah.
Okay, no crash.
Nice. 24. Our question is, nicely done. What have you tried that scared you?
That scared me.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy because as a kid, there was hockey and rodeo. Rodeo at some point scared me. That's why I didn't continue with it.
Yeah.
So that's probably the answer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Either common sense or fear brought it to an end.
Interesting. And how long did you do that for?
I think I was 17. The ripe old age of 17 when it all came to a stop. Yeah.
Yeah. And that feels like quite is that like a culturally specific thing to where we are in Medicine Hat?
Especially
like,
to this area.
Yeah.
You know, when I was a kid and when my friends were kids, it was super common. A lot of people tried their hand at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And it still is, maybe not as much, but back then, everybody wanted to climb on something.
Yeah.
Whether it was in an organized rodeo arena or in the back pen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Good fun.
Mm-hmm. Nice. I think for myself, just getting on stage, even as a musician, I'm sure, but just getting on stage is scary, and not everybody can do it, and so
Still, with an acting background, you still feel the nerves.
Yeah, depending on the story and the process, the rehearsal process. But nerves can be useful. They mean that you care. So if you can harness them, then they can be very, very productive and good. So
absolutely. Yeah, they say maybe if you don't feel the nerves anymore, it's not good.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. We'll see what our last question is going to be here. Oh, this might be a load-bearing one, but we're going to go for it.
Oh,
Ooh.
a little teeter, but
a little teeter. I'm going to put it on there. 41. Our question is, if you could visit a fictional world, where would you go, if any come to mind?
A fictional world.
A fictional world. Are there any franchises that come to mind?
Oh, that's a tough. Well,
I could go first if you'd like.
Okay, sure. I'll let you shoot first.
The first one that comes to mind is Star Trek.
Okay.
And just like, which is kind of our world, but anyway, it's in the future. So I would go there for no other reason that like my dad and my brother are just big Star Trek fans.
Trekkies.
They're Trekkies, and so just the whole premise of the show is interesting, and it's all about humanity and how we adapt to circumstances, and so
it's a great story, right?
Yeah.
Not only science fiction, but about humanity. Yeah.
How about yourself?
I'd probably go back in time. No secret there, I guess. I'd love to see this town, what it looked like in the early days.
Yeah.
We're
Back
just
in
talking
1883.
about that. Exactly. Yeah. No Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
We'd have to adapt. I'd have to adapt.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I wouldn't like it once I got there, because I think life was a lot tougher back then. Had to be, right? Yeah. But it'd be neat to get a look at it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I do think that is all the time we have for our first segment here. Thank you so much for your time and energy and insight into your preferences.
It's fun.
Awesome. Great.
Thought-provoking questions.
Exactly. That's what we're here for. So this has been Tell a Story Hive on location in Medicine Hat. We are here at Note Comfort Food and Drink. I'm Daniel.
I'm Michael, and this is...
And I'm Greg.
And we'll be right back. Hello and welcome once again to Tell a Story Hive on location here in Medicine Hat. We are at Note Comfort Food and Drink. I'm Daniel.
I'm Michael, and this is...
And I'm Greg.
Craig, thank you so much for being here. And I'm super excited to dive into our interview with you and just kind of dive into your story and learn a bit more about you in more detail. But yeah, first things first, you mentioned a little bit in the icebreakers, but just tell me a bit more about your craft and what it is you do again.
Well, I took up songwriting in the last 10, 15 years, it seems like.
Yeah.
That's kind of what drives me lately, creatively, mostly is the songwriting. Kind of all areas of music, though, like if it's playing a few different instruments and recording my own stuff. It's all part of the process, but songwriting's kind of the center of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. And you mentioned that's like over the past 10 years-ish?
Maybe more like 15.
Yeah.
That I started doing, making up my own stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And before that, so yeah, if we kind of like go back to the very beginning, what was the start of your creative journey, your music journey specifically?
Probably the start of it was before I even picked up an instrument. I think all kids listen to music at one time or another.
I would hope so, yeah.
Yeah. I got a hold of a little. I'm dating myself, but a Walkman.
Okay.
Sony made the Walkman. Mine was a different brand, but just putting the headphones on and putting a cassette in and hearing music in detail. I think that's probably what really started it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember which cassette it was or what it was? Or
Oh,
the
yeah.
genre?
For sure, yeah. We were in actually, I bought my first little cassette player in Oklahoma City, of all places. Gentleman took me and another kid down to the National Finals Rodeo. When we were junior steer riders, and we got to go on this trip. And at a department store down there, I bought this thing, and I got an Alabama cassette, and I just wore it out. Yeah.
Oh, like it wouldn't play anymore? You listened to it so much?
Well, eventually, yeah. That's what happened to most of them that I had.
Yeah.
Some of the other kids were into. I think we all bought one of these, and there was another kid that was into Toto and different kinds of music, but that's what I got a hold of, and yeah.
Were you able to like share the cassettes? And was there a community aspect to it, or not really?
Not so much, I don't think. I think we just kind of glommed onto our own thing.
Yeah.
We'd compare notes about it, but
yeah. Interesting. And I'm always curious, like with those more, they seem more tactile, like the Walkmans and the cassettes. Like it just seems tactile. Do you think that has carried through in any way for you, that tactile element?
For me, now it's like most people listening to music off your device, right?
Yeah.
But I still love putting on a set of headphones and listening to stuff in the vehicle.
Yeah.
And just being able to have a good close listen to it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that was in Oklahoma
Actually,
City?
Oklahoma City. Yeah, when I was 13 or 14.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't start playing an instrument until I was probably 15 or 16.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you think that that's kind of what spurred you, or was there something else that spurred you to pick up an instrument?
I think that was, but another thing was family. My dad played and my brother played before me. Dad played in a dance band when he was a young man. Then he got too busy with farming and family to continue. But there was always an instrument or two around the house. My brother broke the ice and got into it, and got me into it. He invited me to join his band when I was 17.
Okay.
And from there on in, I always joke that he kind of contributed to me trying to ruin my life with music.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, it's been great. Yeah.
And that 2-year time span between picking up a guitar, it sounds like, and joining your brother's band.
Yeah.
What was that like? Were you practicing every day? Or was it sparse? Or what was that?
Fair bit of practicing, I guess. It was kind of jumping out of sports and jumping into music. That was when high school was going on. Yeah. Music kind of became a distraction didn't do super well in high school. I got through it, but I was really distracted by music because at some point I decided that's what I wanted to go do well. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that decision kind of came in high school for you, hey?
It did. Yeah. It's crazy. But I guess music grabs a lot of people that way. You get with a band, and then you get with people with a common interest, and you get swept up in it.
Yeah. And like that resonates for me quite a lot. Like in high school, I played soccer, and then I found theater in high school, and I made that transition and shift
From sports.
and then I never looked back. Like I still carry a lot of like, I try and embody like athleticism and physicality and stuff.
Right.
So I try and stay true to that. But yeah, there's something about the creativity and the outlet and the expression and community maybe.
And yeah, a lot of it's community. I think, and maybe it's like this with theater, but you know, I always say music is almost as much about the people you get to hang with as the actual notes are.
Right.
You know, as the songs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a community builder, yeah, fellowship type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And are there any examples of that that come to mind from like in high school and that time and friends or stories like
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
any
Like,
jams in basements or something?
well, one memory, just a block, less than a block over here,
Oh, yeah.
the Royal Hotel stood there for, you know, probably over 100 years, and my brother's band got gigs there.
Okay.
So my grade 12 year is when I joined, and back then bar music went from Monday to Saturday, so you know, he'd play there 4 or 5 times a year, Monday to Saturday, 10 to 2,
Yeah.
and then go to school the next morning.
Oh wow.
Yeah, maybe not in period 1.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was and probably most towns were like this. There was a lot of live music going on back in those days. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you feel like that is still the case now, jumping around here? But like,
It's different. I wouldn't say there's as much nowadays. There's still lots of people doing music. Not as many opportunities to get out there and do it live, though. It's people that want to do it have to push a little more and make their own opportunities.
yeah.
Back then, it was more, you know, you get your band up and running and go and find the places to play, because there were quite a few more of them. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm really curious about this band with your brother, because my perception, not being like a, you know, professional musician, my perception is that that's kind of how a lot of things start, is like family members or really close friends kind of like coming together. And so what was that journey like? Was there contention between family, or was it super smooth?
Well, at first it's super smooth, because Tim needed a bass player, and he kind of got me up and running and trained me, you know, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
And but then, you know, he allowed me to try different things. At some point, I wanted to be the drummer, so he allowed me to try that, and that was really rocky at first, like, you know. But he was really supportive that way, you know. Let me try lead guitar. I want to sing some more, and but with the family, you know, it's that's how it is. You know, Dad too. Like, Dad supported Tim to go out and do it, and Mom and Dad were encouraging of us to go do it, because it was back in those days you could make a bit of money doing it. It was kind of the bridge from high school to maybe the working life. You know, we're both involved in ranching right now, but they let us go do that for a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you feel that gave you? Because I understand, you know, some people go into the arts and maybe their folks or family members are not as supportive, and it sounds like you're fortunate enough to have that support in some way, shape, or form. So
Yeah,
what do
yeah.
you think that gave you, or what did you gain from that?
Well, you know, I feel fortunate, because a lot of my friends and people that I know, they've chosen music as a living. With that comes a lot of pressure. And with me, it's you know, maybe for a minute we made a living at it, but the rest of the time it's been a pursuit. It's been a hobby, you know, a serious hobby, but more of a hobby. And there was never the pressure to have to bring home the paycheck just doing that.
Right.
And I think maybe that allows, and for my part, it allows more creativity, because I'm not pressured. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can do it when the work's done, and you know. Yeah.
And so you have, it sounds like, since young age, so you've had that kind of ranching lifestyle, other work as well. Is that right?
Little bit of other work leading up to ranching, and then at some point it was, you know, are you in or are you out type
Right.
of thing. And yeah. So we fell into that and still running the place at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's nice. It has allowed us to go out and do the music.
Yeah.
It's a good combination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is that balance like of balancing that and from year to year, like on a longer time span?
It's well, there's times a year when you don't, right? When the cows are calving and when there's other stuff to do, I knock off the music a little bit. But that's good too because everything goes in a cycle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Can't tell if there's a train. I think there might be.
There's a rumble going. Oh,
yeah,
sure.
there's a rumble
There it
going.
goes. Yeah.
Awesome. I don't think it'll be too bad. So we'll let that be. And then another question, backtracking a little bit into the band with your brother and trying different instruments.
Yeah.
I feel like that would terrify me. So was it just the support of the family members or what was that like?
For me, it's maybe just the pathological need to get up in front of people and fail.
Oh,
just try different things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've always been that way. You know, lately it's been trying to work the mandolin into what I do a little bit. And I'm not a virtuoso at any of these things.
Yeah.
But the main thing is I try it on my songs. So it allows me just for it to be the support to the song I'm trying to put across. So it doesn't have to be virtuosic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I love what you say there about the failing because I feel like generally people are afraid to fail. Where did that come from for you of being okay or having a greater capacity maybe for failure, if we call it that?
Well, it's funny how I got here because I was always a kid who would never sing in music class.
Okay.
And at some point, maybe it just became a hurdle to get over. Yeah. I use virtuosic. Is that even a word? I don't know.
It is a word now. I understand what you mean by it. So
Yeah. But it's it's a pursuit. It's and you know it's cheaper than buying a boat or a rope horse or something like that.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. And is there a sense of like being able to play multiple instruments and for your own music specifically, like just that idea of like autonomy? Like, does it give you a sense of autonomy or is it lonely or?
It can be lonely because a lot of times when I go out and play, it's just by myself. So it is neat to try and support yourself as good as you can.
Yeah.
Autonomy. Never thought of it that way, but it's just trying to make it fly with what you have, with the abilities that I have. Yeah.
Interesting. Awesome. What happened next then? After high school, it sounds like, and then it sounds like you had a couple years where you were kind of encouraged to go out and do the thing. What happened during that period?
Well, at some point, I think culture changed a little bit. The music all week and the bars thing kind of dried up, and it went back to just playing here and there, and more working at home on the ranch. And then eventually, I just totally got away from it. Did it for a little while after I got married, and then we had a son, and I'd thrown music totally in the corner for a few years. But there was still a guitar or two around the house, so and then you find out that babies and toddlers they like that sort of thing, and I think that's probably why I picked it up again. Just playing the guitar as the baby's going to sleep type of thing, and now my son is a pretty accomplished steel guitar player. So
oh, nice.
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah.
I'm very curious about that, but I am also curious in the absence of music and what that meant. Like, was it noticeable for you, or were there just other things in life to take care of?
Yeah, I think there was other things to fill the space. I got into, I guess, a couple other hobbies. Yeah, I used to like to hit the gym quite a bit, and got into a thing called kettlebell sport. So it's a round weight with a handle.
Okay.
And just got consumed by that for a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess my hobbies kind of swung back to sports for a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I ask because I feel like when artists and creative people aren't able to carve out the time for their practice or their
Yeah.
their art, I feel like there maybe comes some like shame or guilt about that. Was that your experience or not at all? Or?
For me, it might more be the other way. That there's always guilt that crept in. You know, if you're trying to write a song or work on a recording, there's that guilt in the background that there's probably something more important that needs to be done. You know, out on the ranch or with your family, and you know, maybe that's common with creative people. It's like how much time do you want to carve out for yourself to do your personal thing? Yeah. Maybe no different than any other pursuit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, when are you going to get home from your fishing trip?
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I think at the same time, it's important. You know, it's become important. I've allowed myself the time to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess it's important for me to do because I enjoy it so much. Yeah.
Interesting. And sorry, another question that came up for me is in high school and stuff, and with the band versus playing solo. At what point was there a switch from playing maybe other people's music to playing your own music? Was there a distinct shift, or is it a mix?
It was kind of gradual. You know, it started being playing in the band, and then actually this place here, used to be a place called Inspire Cafe.
Yeah.
Maureen and Louise ran it, and it was great. They'd have some live acoustic music. So we were here for dinner, and a friend was playing acoustic music in the corner, and I decided that I wanted to try that. And yeah, so I was playing other people's music, and then gradually throwing a couple of my own in there, and you know, gradually doing mostly my own music these days.
Yeah. Interesting. Cool. And the idea of taking a break from music in some ways and then coming back to it. You know, in your bio, you mentioned observing life and art and conversation and how those kind of things play a part in your process.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about that? Because I hear a bit of that in just doing life and how that can actually inform later when you do get back to music. So
For sure.
what can you tell me about those three things and observation and their role in your process?
Well, I think it's important. I think it's where everything comes from. Because if you sat in a room every day and tried to write, apparently for me it would just dry up. Because I think the ideas for creation just come from getting out and living. Yeah. And hopefully catching those ideas when they happen. Whether it's writing them down or talking them into voice recorder or whatever. Gathering. A lot of it is just gathering raw material, and then having the time to sit down and try to work it into form. Yeah.
And we'll maybe hear some examples of that in the showcase. But were there distinct moments of that during that break where you did step away from music?
Probably. Some of it's unconscious, I guess. Yeah. But that's a tough one. Yeah. We talked about distilling ideas and things like that. I think it's just trying to pay attention in life and listening to music or whatever, picking up things in conversation. But I like to hang around in conversations, you know, and observe stuff that's going on. And there's probably little things in a lot of my songs they're maybe stolen. You know, little phrases or quips that I should give people credit for.
Well, you know, they impact you in a way, and
For sure.
maybe you're doing them justice by including them in your music.
I hope so.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, cool. And then so having a child, a massive milestone, and that, you know, somewhere in there kind of inspired you to pick up the guitar again. What was that like?
It was neat. I remember sitting in the hallway, you know, outside his room, and just playing solo acoustic guitar, trying to play something. You know, and I think that it was good. It was good practice, I guess. Hopefully it didn't. Hopefully it didn't hurt him any.
No.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what happened next then in your journey there? Did you go back to playing music at venues, or was there a bit more of a hiatus there?
Then it started to be venues through a friend. I got my first couple of solo gigs. I got confirmation that they were booked, and then at some point I got scared to do it by myself. So I'd call on a friend. My friend Sheila is a great singer and guitar player, and I did a lot of playing with her, and my friend Terrence, a little trio. I've played a lot of duos with friends over the years. Yeah, my brother included too, and but then at some point I guess I got the bug just to be able to try it, see if it would work all by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's been to this day. I'm still trying to search out places to go do that. Yeah, whether it's at the Lethbridge Folk Club, mind you, that's going to be with a small band. So
Okay.
yeah. But just looking for opportunities to keep doing it.
Yeah. And I may be projecting here, but is there a sense of like, what role does confidence play in that playing with multiple people? And because I'm just curious for maybe people who are interested in music and maybe haven't taken that step, but like,
Right.
did that really help you playing beside people and
Playing
in
with
what
others.
quantities? Yeah.
For sure, yeah. Being part of a band it's a great education because you learn from those around you. Yeah. It's hard to describe the whole band dynamic. Somebody said one time it's a great position to be in, to be the worst musician in the band, because you have nothing to do but learn
Right.
from those around you.
Yeah. Kind of that idea of surrounding yourself with people that are as good or better than you, hopefully.
For sure. Yeah.
And how would you go about finding those people?
That's
Asking for a friend.
yeah. Well, it's funny. There's jam sessions. There's picking parties around people's kitchen table and whatnot. And I never did a lot of that growing up. It was kind of like from zero to playing in a band.
Yeah.
But since then, I've discovered a lot of people that just like to get together and trade songs and jam. That's a great way for a band to get started.
Great.
Yeah. At some point you want to go do it in front of an audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. And you mentioned playing music like mostly regionally. So I'm just really curious about that, and what are the maybe advantages of that or disadvantages that you've maybe experienced over the years? Yeah.
Well, I guess trying to combine that with running a ranch can be a challenge. So the region can't be too far flung. Yeah. Back when Tim and I were in the band, we went, Alberta, Saskatchewan, BC a little bit. And, this summer with Morgan Kleiber, I got to see a few places that I hadn't been forever.
Yeah.
With her band. And there's something about it. Yeah. Playing regionally is great. I love going for a drive. Yeah.
And what kind of prep do you do for that? Traveling, what does that look like?
Make sure you got a good set of tires. Yeah.
Yeah.
Prep for that. Well, it's like you guys with the camera things. We were talking about packing a war chest, right?
Yeah.
If anything goes wrong. Yeah. Yeah. Part of it for me lately, though, it's about I talked about finding places to go do it. It's just reaching out to venues and towns with a community hall or whatever to go play music in. Yeah.
Yeah, and you kind of mentioned towards at the beginning there, like just that idea of nowadays maybe people have to have a bit more of that go get it attitude, and so do you feel like that has been your experience also, and trying to find places and venues and make events happen yourself? Has that been your experience?
Yeah, truthfully, and well, another thing in this day and age is being on social media a little bit definitely helps. Probably without that, it'd be awful tough for me to do what I do, because there's no other, there's no record label that I'm going to get with at this point in my life.
Sure.
So it's producing your own thing and putting it out there that way, and it helps. Yeah, yeah. And it's also kind of neat. It's equal opportunity, you know. Yeah. It's hard to describe. It's the DIY thing, the recording. You know, not really ever going to a recording studio.
Yeah.
I was talking with Michael about that.
Yeah.
You know, putting tracks together at home and trying to produce something that's listenable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And do you feel as though what is your measure for whether or not something is listenable? Is it based on stuff that you listen to, or is it something completely different?
Yeah, you know, they say comparison sometimes can be harmful, but a lot of times when I'm trying to produce something, I'll hold it up against something that I like by an artist that I admire.
Right.
Yeah, knowing that I'm probably not going to get there, but it's a goal. It's something to shoot for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
And then, yeah, just along the lines of that, producing your own work and just the work that goes into that, what are some like non-arts related skills that you think you've either picked up, maybe from ranch life or elsewhere, and that you've had to develop in order to maybe help that?
To help that along, I think public relations is a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Just being organized. Yeah. It's music's about people, so I think you got to become a communicator in some capacity. Yeah.
And yeah, if you're going to like those jam sessions and you're trying to meet people and you're putting yourself out there, what might be some of the like core values that you think might have helped you in that process, meeting people and building those relationships and that PR, as it were?
So some of the values I've gained from doing that.
Gained from it, or that you think are useful in doing that for again somebody who might be just starting and
starting
doing that?
starting in music.
Yeah.
Oh, it's valuable to go do it. Yeah, there's a lot to be gained from it for sure. Yeah, finding people that are into doing what you're doing, or learning other things. You know, anybody I've ever played with, I've always learned a lot from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably more than the other way around. I'm a bit of a sponge that way.
Okay.
Yeah. I was picking up different skills from different musicians. Yeah.
So kind of that idea of being a sponge and soaking it all in and just seeing what you can learn, I guess.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got to be about learning, because if I just kept doing the same thing, you hit the wall in a hurry. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. And how has your music been received, do you feel? Either in live or recorded versions? Let's start live.
Live?
How is your music received generally, do you feel?
I feel like it's fairly positive. It really depends where you're doing it. Yeah. If I've been lucky enough to play to a sit-down listening audience a little bit, and I feel like it's received pretty well there. It's funny though, because as you're doing it, for myself anyway, I'm not thinking so much how it's going to be received. I'm just trying to get through it and do a good job of it. Yeah. But hopefully it's not something that I ever want to. It's a tricky balance. If you're playing to a restaurant audience or something like that, it's quite a different animal than if you're playing for a listening audience. Yeah.
Yeah, and what are some of the differences there? Like, what do you have to battle with, or what do you have working for you in those different contexts?
Well, I feel like playing for a listening audience. It used to be the most terrifying thing.
Okay.
Because all eyes and ears are on you.
Right.
But it's, for me, it's actually, I think it's become easier to do that, because you can be as subtle as you need to be. If you're playing for an audience in a cafe or a bar, it's maybe a little bit more of a value to be able to grab people's attention with something, or just be in the background if that's what you're hired to do.
Right.
Yeah. Different. It's different everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel as though you were more prepared for one of those than the other? Is there one that you had to really work at? Like being the center of attention, did you have to work at that, or was that natural for you?
No, it was anything but natural.
Okay.
Yeah, I really admire people that have never had a nervous bone in their body, or
Yeah.
have been too self-aware. For me, it's been recently I've become pretty comfortable with it, but it's the furthest thing from what I ever thought I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But it's really rewarding to be able to play something and to have people receive it. Yeah.
Have there been any like specific examples of like people coming up to you and sharing what maybe a song that you've written has meant to them, or a song
Yeah.
that from another artist, and they're like, yeah, has there been any examples of that?
Yeah, it's super cool when that happens.
Yeah.
When somebody will bring up remember a song or say I like that particular one. That really makes it worthwhile.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
And given that you kind of perform more regionally generally, do you get like repeat people coming to your shows, dedicated fans that you know of, or?
Yeah, and it's funny because I don't think so much in terms of fans as people who are willing to support it, right?
Right.
And it starts with friends and family who are always super gracious when it comes to that. And yeah, so it's nice to see the same people come back.
Yeah.
Definitely is. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Awesome. And I think we're pretty much at the end of our time together here for this segment. But our last question that we always try and get out for people is just how has your creativity or artistic practice, music, changed your everyday life?
Well, it's changed. Since I started writing songs, I guess it's changed it, and I'll walk around paying attention, looking for ideas. And music will be on my mind a lot of times, especially if I'm doing something that doesn't require super concentration.
Right.
And I think most people are like that. You can walk around with a song in your head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe I'm a little more like that these days. Sure. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's a beautiful note to end off on. Being more observant and present, maybe it sounds like. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. Present and trying to absorb the moment for sure.
Love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that is all the time we have for this segment. This has been the Windy City's finest on location, courtesy of Tell a Story Hive. We are here in Medicine Hat at Note Comfort Food and Drink. I'm Daniel.
I'm Michael, and this is...
And I'm Greg.
And we'll be right back.
Welcome back to Tell a Story Hive on location here in Medicine Hat at Note Comfort Food and Drink. I'm Michael.
I'm Daniel, and this is...
And I'm Greg.
Yeah, so Greg, I really enjoyed your chat with Daniel, both the icebreaker games and the interview, and learning a bit about your artistic journey and about you. But this showcase segment is, of course, showing off your work, your music. So we thought it'd be appropriate to play a couple songs, and then we'll talk about the songs and the stories behind the songs. So
Okay.
yeah, so I think we discussed we're gonna take something from your latest album, which is Small Town Dance.
May as well.
Yeah.
Sure.
What's the first song you want to play from Small Town Dance?
Well, I'll maybe start with a song called My World. And I had the idea for this song. I was playing a house concert around Bragg Creek last fall. And my wife and son were staying on McLeod Trail in Calgary. I came back in to meet them after. And late at night, I had such a time finding the hotel. It was finding my way, long story short, I found out I'm not much of a big city guy.
Okay.
So this song is kind of about that.
All right. Take it away. Yeah.
All right. I may never see Grand Canyon or the pyramids at night. Haven't flown to Rome or Rio, or even seen Las Vegas lights. But there's more at Seven Wonders, so no wonder I don't go. Here in my world's little corner, there's one or two I might not know. My world's right here around me. It's the place I like the best, where almost all my days have found me, and where my old bones can rest. My world's right here around me, ain't like I've never been nowhere. I know it's warm down in Miami, but what's a guy like me want there? If my circle's nearly over, well, it ain't been too far flung. Sure, I'd like to see down under. I should've went when I was young. The circumference of this big marble, I guess I've almost been around. Going up and down this gravel, getting back and forth to town. My world's right here around me. It's the place I like the best, where almost all my days have found me, and where my old bones can rest. My world's right here around me, ain't like I've never been nowhere. I know it's warm down in Hawaii, but what's a guy like me want there? Different colors, every sunset, yellow cactus flowers in June, a billion blades of brown grass under a big orange harvest moon. My world's right here around me, ain't like I've never been nowhere. I know it's warm down in Miami, but what's a guy like me want there? I heard it's warm down in Hawaii, but what's a guy like me want there?
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah. Thanks so much for that. That was a great
Thanks.
song. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Yeah. And I know you said like long story short, but I'm just curious about, that experience of you being a big city. Like what kind of feelings were coming up that inspired this song?
It's funny because there was a line in that song, I can't even find my way off Stony. but I should have probably left it in there. Maybe I'll put it back. Yeah, but it was just that feeling of not knowing which way to turn and not being used to. And it was weird because there was nobody else on the road. But I'm not real good when I get into Calgary behind the wheel. Yeah, way better in Medicine Hat or Maple Creek.
Sure, yeah, the big city, and it seems like maybe you being a rancher, maybe are you more comfortable in the outdoors?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just more comfortable with smaller, wide open places. We go to the airport in Calgary once in a while to go see my brother in Vancouver, but I've never been through there on my own steam. It's usually my wife navigating that. So yeah.
And that time when you wrote that song, you were by yourself, right?
Yeah. I was alone then, coming back. Yeah. I didn't write the song then, but the idea sure started then. Yeah.
And then what's that process like? So you have this idea for the song, and you kind of like let it simmer for a while, or?
Yeah, definitely. It seems like most of these songs off the newest album have all simmered for a while. I've been in less of a hurry to complete a song lately. I think it's better just to let them sit and walk away sometimes, and better ideas come along. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice. That's great. Yeah. I think we're going to play one more song from that album.
I'll give
maybe the title track, was it?
Title track.
So we're doing? Was that, whatever you want to do.
This one's called Small Town Dance, and I usually play this one on the mandolin, but I'll try to play it here. Sure. Yeah, this one's kind of a non-fiction song, to be sure. A little bit about life experience. Yeah, playing little dances and going to them before I was old enough to play. So, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
On a Saturday night since way back when they swept out the hall and the folks came in. Dance wax shaking to the band's first song. Hardwood floor about a half a mile long. 40-acre field full of trucks in line. The dancers dance and the fighters fight. They worked all week until they all came out to the church or the barn of the old schoolhouse. Had a small town dance where we all would go since I was a little kid in a coat on the floor. Small town dance will make you feel alright and get to bed a little sooner on a Sunday night. When my dad rode over to the neighbor's place, rawhide strap around a banjo case, rolling back a rug in a living room, picking out a party at the Cypress School. Bonspils, grads, and rodeos, Maple Creek table rockin' Buffalo, Elkwater Wisdom, New Year's Ball, Clearwater Walsh or the Bylaws Hall. Had a small town dance where we all would go since I was a little kid in a coat on the floor. Small town dance would make you feel alright and get to bed a little sooner on a Sunday night. With a band at the wedding at the hall last night. Didn't sing so great, but they played alright. My two left boots made a real good try at a two-step, a polka, and a butterfly. Coffee, perk, sugar cubes, and styro cups. Midnight lunch till I lost my buzz trying to find my truck. A chill outside when we pulled in the yard just before daylight. Had a small town dance where we all would go since I was a little kid in a coat on the floor. Small town dance would make you feel alright and get to bed a little sooner on a Sunday night. Small town dance, best kind I know since I was a little kid in a coat on the floor. Get your brand new jeans, make them old boots shine. Can't wait to see you there again next time. Got a little out of breath towards the end there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was lovely. It makes you want to dance to that song.
Well, hopefully, yeah.
That's great. Yeah. Oh, I love that. And that's the title track. I guess maybe tell me about like the inspiration for this song that you wrote.
I think I just kind of woke up one morning with that little ditty going through my head. And I remember my friend Carter Felker and I had two gigs that coming weekend when I got the idea. And I was so excited to play it. And I played it both places, but I could barely get through it because it's a little wordy, and I had trouble remembering it. But yeah, now I got the words, and it's just kind of mustering the breath to get them all out.
Yeah, yeah. It seems like that's like a very danceable song, right? So you might play that maybe at a actual small town dance.
Yeah, totally. If I was playing a dance, I'd for sure play that one. Yeah.
Yeah. I really love like the rich imagery, and there's lots of descriptions, and it really brought me to that small town dance. And yeah, like so you would have gone to these when you were very young, you said?
Yeah, for sure. Like I remember being Elkwater, Alberta. I think my dad made a little comeback at one point, and he played for a dance. My brother might have sat in with them, but at some point the kids end up in literally sleeping in coats, on coats in the corner type of thing. Yeah. So
lots of good memories around that.
Oh
time.
yeah, lots of great memories for sure. Yeah, I wish there was more of that thing going on. Every little community hall in the area used to have a dance at some point. Yeah. Not as much nowadays, but maybe it'll make a comeback.
And why do you think that's the case?
I think probably with stuff coming on. First it was satellite dishes, then it was the internet. It's easier to be entertained now without going out. But I think young people are getting better at that, though. Younger families are getting better at actually going out and doing things. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. And so do you feel like that kind of maybe changes how you play your music if there are a few of those kind of community events?
Probably. If there was dances going on like they were in the day, I might still be playing in a band situation a little more. Who knows? Yeah.
And why is that the case?
Just more opportunities for a group to get out and dance. Say. Yeah. No, but live music is for me. It's shifted to doing this solo with a guitar a little more.
And how do you feel about that?
Well, I guess you just got to kind of go with what's going on. Yeah, I got good memories of the old days playing with the band for sure, but as of late I've been filling in with a young band a little bit, so I've gotten to relive a little bit of that too, which has been awesome.
Yeah. You play with Morgan, you said, right?
Yeah, with Morgan Kleiber a little bit, and with a band called Fox and the Hounds. They're kind of in the same camp, and they're just all outstanding, talented young musicians. So it's been a real shot in the arm for me to hang out with them. Yeah.
I think you said it's like really about the time spent with them versus maybe sometimes playing. Maybe tell me a bit, because we featured Morgan as well. Tell me a bit about your time with Morgan and touring around.
Yeah, it's been great. And Morgan actually reminded me of this. I think maybe her very first gig was with her and her dad and myself at the Cowboy Poetry Gathering years ago, maybe 10 years ago. And she was phenomenal right from the get-go. She's born to do this. Yeah, so that it's been really rewarding hanging out with the Kleiber family. There's a lot of music in that family, for sure. Yeah,
because her dad was a musician, right?
Yeah. Her dad Reese went to Nashville and cut an album in the late '90s, and I remember putting that on and just been blown away at what my friend did here, and that's also an inspiration to keep doing this. Yeah.
And so you know her dad fairly well then?
Yeah. Reese and I go back quite a long ways. Yeah.
Did you ever play together? Or?
Yeah, I played in Reese's band for a minute, probably in the late '90s as well. Yeah. Some good times there for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I guess what's that like? Like we kind of touched on it, but like going from that band situation, there's that camaraderie. I assume you're traveling together, spending time together.
Yeah.
Versus now you're doing more solo stuff. Yeah, what's that transition been like for you?
It's different for sure, and a few years ago I got motivated to go and find venues to go play solo music at, and I remember doing an overnighter 2-3 years ago, and it was fantastic. Great little show, a great hang, meeting new people, and I stayed there that night, and then it was really different. It's like, hey, this is just me.
Yeah.
So the band camaraderie it's a thing I forgot about, but it's pretty powerful. Yeah.
Yeah, because it seems like any artistic endeavor, right? If you're all doing that same creative pursuit, you're all playing or writing songs. It seems like there'd be a lot to talk about, and
absolutely
lots of stories on the road, I'm sure. Do you have one story you could share of on the road, maybe?
Oh, if I had to pick one.
Yeah.
Boy, there's a few of them this summer, and there was a few of them years ago. Boy, it's hard to pick one because there's been some ridiculous ones over the years. Yeah, I got a pretty good memory of my brother taping together a radiator hose on our old bus one time and getting home the rest of the way like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Probably as soon as we walk away from here, I'm going to think of a half a dozen more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me this radiator story. So where were you? Did your car broke down or your van broke down?
I think we were coming back from Swift Current maybe from a gig.
Yeah.
And we just finished a whole week there, and Tim had this little retired school bus that he converted into a bandmobile. And the radiator hose broke at the 121 junction by Maple Creek. And usually a band has a lot of duct tape on hand, so that's what he pulled out and made it work for the rest of the way.
Improvise, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And was that on the way to the gig or back?
I was on the way back home.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
it like, was the weather bad or was it okay?
Oh, luckily, I think it was hot. That's why
I
that's
guess.
probably why the hose burst. Yeah. Good thing it wasn't 30 below.
Right? You never know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, lots of adventures, and
For
sure there's
sure.
lots of stuff you can't share, but that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, not too much. You know,
Yeah.
it was always pretty tame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that is all the time we have for this segment, Greg.
Well, thanks so much for having me.
Yeah. We really
It's been
enjoyed
fun.
Yeah, the conversation. I really enjoyed you playing songs, and I really look forward to seeing you again in and around Medicine Hat.
That'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So this has been On Location, brought to you by Tell a Story Hive, here in Medicine Hat at Node Comfort Food and Drink. I'm Michael.
I'm Daniel, and this has been
And I'm Greg Herman. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for joining us, and thanks so much for watching.